Welcome everyone to Wizards pregame. Tonight, Washington is back at home to host the Boston Celtics. Boston's coming into DC tonight, riding a two-game win streak with back-to-back wins over the Cavs and the Knicks, beating both of those teams 117-115 and then 123-117. The Celtics are currently third in the Atlantic Division and sixth overall in the Eastern Conference. The Wizards, as you know, they're coming in off this game, off the heels of splitting a back-to-back to start the week. 129-126 win over the Bucks, followed by a disappointing outing in a 121-102 loss to the Philadelphia 76ers on the road. On the injury front, Boston will be without Jaylen Brown, and they've been without Jason Tatum all year. Washington will be missing Bilal Coulibaly, who suffered an injury in their game against Philadelphia. Alex Sarr still out, as is Corey Kispert, as are Corey Kispert and Trey Johnson. So the question tonight is for Washington, what do they have to do to take down just a difficult Boston squad, even without Jaylen Brown and his 29 points per game that he provides? First off, the Celtics, one of the better teams in the league on the defensive end. Opponents are shooting just 44% from the floor. And their success is really it's from the pressure they put on teams. It doesn't really show up in terms of steals and blocks, things of that nature. They just do a good job taking away opponents' airspace. Again, they're giving up just 44%. Opponents shoot just 44% from the floor. But opponents do shoot a solid percentage from three, as high as 37%. But again, they do get stops. They are very solid on that end of the floor. While the Celtics have gotten a little bit better offensively since the last time they took on the Wizards, they're still not great on the end of the floor, and that's to be expected. Obviously, in this one, without Jaylen Brown, and we know what they're missing in terms of going throughout the season to this point without Jason Tatum. That duo, when together, is one of the most dynamic duos in the league on the offensive end and the defensive end, but especially offensively. You know, the team's built around – it's built to support those two. So you take Tatum out of there. Obviously, no Jalen tonight. Some of the other losses they had in terms of Drew and Al, things of that nature. Other guys are filling in, trying to find their spots and roles in the rotation and whatnot. But one thing that hasn't changed, they put it up from behind the three-point line. They attempt 42 threes a game. So if you're not taking that space away, if you choose to give them good looks, open looks from behind that line, things can get dark pretty quickly. We've seen them heat up. They have capable shooters from range. So that's something Washington has to take care of. You have to defend the three-point line, get them off the three-point line, right? Also, just as a whole defensively, handle your business on that end of the floor. Otherwise, this is going to get away from you. One of the things that hurt in that loss to Philadelphia, that was huge, was the turnovers. And it wasn't just that they turned it over. It's the points conceded, the points that they conceded off turnovers. That was nearly the deficit or just the difference between those teams as a whole. And it really cost Washington that one. So we'll see what that looks like. Obviously, they needed to take care of the ball tonight because, again, I just can't stress enough the turnovers. You cannot let a team that struggles offensively get stops, get out in transition, get easy looks. If they get easy looks, then the threes are going to come. And if the threes come, you're not gonna beat Boston if you let them get comfortable on that end of the court. So again, with Sarr being out, they have to continue to do a good job of hitting the glass as a group. I thought they did a really good job of that against Philly. Marvin Bagley led the way with that. Shea Penny plays a big role. But they had 53 rebounds Tuesday night. And they need another repeat performance of that. And again, before I get off here, the turnovers. It's going to keep going back to the turnovers. Also, Washington needs a couple players to bounce back offensively in this one. McCollum had a rough, for as stellar as he's been over the past few weeks, had a rough outing in Philadelphia. They definitely need him to get back on the right side of things. Cam Whitmore has been pretty solid as well off the bench, that production from the bench. Again, they need to take care of business on that side, but it's been evergreen all season defensively. Got to take care of business on that end of the floor. And told you what they're missing. No Bilal tonight, no Sar. So folks are going to have to step up and get that done if they want to, end this night with the win. Otherwise, Boston might, Boston's going to get what they came in here to get. So we'll see how things shape up. We'll check in with you guys after the game. Cardell's in the building, so he'll be joining us along with Ray in Wizards Outlook.